Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and silence all electronic devices. The ceremony will begin momentarily. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your narrator, Captain Brad Hovey, and on behalf of the Commander, 5th Operations Group, Colonel Ryan Gorecki, welcome to Minot Air Force Base and the 69th Bomb Squadron Change of Command Ceremony. We're pleased you are with us today to share in this important ceremony as we bid farewell to Lt Col Dennis Zabka and welcome in a new leader, Lt Col Bryson Ayers. Our ceremony today is a celebration of both continuity and change. Continuity in the form of a military tradition whose roots reach back through time to the legions of ancient Rome, to the passing of signets that once symbolized the transfer of command from one to another. Change, as this great command says farewell to an honored leader and welcomes his successor through a ceremony that differs only in style, not substance, from those of the Romans. Once the members of the official party have taken their places, please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the Minot Air Force Base Honor Guard, playing of our national anthem, and the invocation by Chaplain Danny Watton. During the playing of the national anthem, military guests in uniform must stand at the position of attention, while civilian guests are asked to stand with their hand over their heart. We are honored to have many special guests with us today. Special guests of Lt Col Zabka include his spouse, Amber, their children, Brooke and Benjamin, and joining us virtually, his mother, Jackie Lyons, his father and stepmother, Robert and Jean Zabka, and his mother-in-law and father-in-law, Lisa and Stephen Smith. Special guests of Lt Col Bryson Ayers include his spouse, April, their children, Addison, Eleanor, Natalie, and Samuel. Joining us virtually, his mother, Maureen Ayers, and in attendance, his father, Brian Ayers. His mother-in-law and father-in-law, Kathy and Mark Bounds. And joining us virtually, his mentor, Major General John Shaw, Commander, Combined Force Space Component Command, U.S. Space Command, and Commander, Space Operations Command, U.S. Space Force. Other distinguished guests in attendance include Commander, 5th Bomb Wing, Colonel Michael Walters and his spouse, Carrie, Vice Commander, 5th Bomb Wing, Colonel Brian Vaughn, and Command Chief, 5th Bomb Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Weiser. We would also like to welcome all other commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, friends, and members of the 69th Bomb Squadron joining us virtually. At this time, we ask you please stand for the arrival of the official party.
Honor Guard, present the colors. Close. Turn foot. Right shoulder. On. Forward. On.
Chaplain Danny Watton, please come forward to offer the invocation.
As I pray in my faith tradition, I invite you to pray in yours. Lord, we come to you today to celebrate the leadership of Lt Col Dennis Zabka during his 2 years as 69th Bomber Squadron Commander, and for Lt Col Bryson Ayers as he assumes command. We ask you to bless Lt Col Dennis Zabka as he moves on his career, and we will remember his servant leadership that he demonstrated daily for his airmen and for the United States Air Force. We ask for your blessing for Lt Col Bryson Ayers, and that you grant him favor, strength, and wisdom as he steps into the role of commander of the 69th Bomber Squadron. May he always look to you for guidance in the midst of difficult decisions. We want to thank the family of Lt Col Zabka and Lt Col Ayers for their continued service to the United States Air Force. We also want to thank the airmen of the 69th Bomber Squadron for always putting service before self, and for their families, their loved ones, and friends that have stood behind them through the long deployments, the missed dinners, and through the tears. Without their love and support, their task would have been impossible. Lord, we come to you this morning to say thank you for everything you have given us, and we thank everyone that has made this ceremony possible. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard and Chaplain Watton. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the commander, 5th Operations Group, Colonel Ryan Gurecki.
Well, hey, this is a great day to be here to celebrate. So good morning to everybody. And I want to thank you all for coming. Also, a special thanks to all those who are here today, not only in our audience, but also those joining us on Zoom. Appreciate y'all being able to make it. First, I want to say thank you to the team that helped organize this event, or this change of command. So to Protocol, who always does an amazing job, thank you. To Public Affairs and the whole Nighthawk team that helped pull this off. Really appreciate all the help. Chaplain Watton, thank you for that wonderful invocation. That was beautiful. Well, this is a special day for the Nighthawks, the War Eagles, and the Warbirds, as we pass the leadership guide on from Lt Col Zabka to Lt Col Ayers, who will command and lead the Nighthawk team into the future. Squadron command is an especially important leadership responsibility because squadron commanders are directly responsible for not only maintaining our ability to be lethal and ready right now, but to also grow and develop the next generation of leaders while caring for the families of our airmen. So with that said, it's nice to see the people here today celebrating this event with us. Thank you, Colonel Walters and Carrie, for being here. Really appreciate it. Colonel Vaughn, Chief Weezer, welcome. I know your time is precious, so appreciate you being here. It's really important as we're doing this transition to show that there's a whole wing and group that supports this transition. So I really appreciate that. I also understand, so we heard Major General Shaw is with us on Zoom. Thank you, General, for being here to support Lt Col Ayers. I know Bruiser has benefited from your mentorship, so thank you. Also, thank you to the other commanders and chiefs and members of Team Minot that are here, first sergeants and everyone, and to all those Nighthawks able to join us on Zoom. There's actually a pretty special mission going on today where there are a lot of Nighthawks out there getting the job done. So it's unfortunate that not all of them get to join us, but I know they'll get to be able to watch this later on YouTube for all of time, which we absolutely love. So anyhow, but they're getting the mission done, and who knows, maybe we'll get our own special flyby here at the end of this event. So I know this is a big day for the Nighthawks as we say farewell to Lt Col Zabka, while excitedly welcoming the new Nighthawk commander, Lt Col Ayers. But command isn't just about the individuals, so I would like to extend a special thanks to the families here. So to the Zabka family, Amber and their children, Brooke and Benjamin, Command requires a lot of families, and we can never say thank you enough to the spouses and children of our squadron commanders. And I know you guys have done a lot to support Dennis and the Nighthawk families, so thank you for your support and sacrifices. It really means a lot. But I do know you guys are looking forward to your upcoming travel and your next assignment. I'm very excited for you that we were able to make that happen. So I wish you well and Godspeed on your journey. Cobra, I'm also happy to see that your extended family is able to join us virtually. That's really cool. So thank you to the folks joining us, Jackie, Robert, Jean, and your in-laws, Lisa and Stephen. It's really special to have you join us and celebrate with Dennis and Amber today. All right, the Ayers family, April and their children, Addison, Eleanor, Natalie, and Samuel. That is quite the crowd there. We're so glad to have you here. Katie and I have enjoyed getting to work with you here recently and are also looking forward to the next 2 years ahead as y'all help to engage in a team sport to help lead the Nighthawk. So we're really happy to have you on board, and thank you. There's lots of fun in store. I would also offer a special thanks to the Ayers extended family. So joining us here, Brian, Kathy, and Mark, thank you for joining us today to witness this change of command. And then virtually, I know we've got Maureen on the line, so really glad to have her here. Your presence makes this ceremony very special. Excuse me. Well, I have to say also, I am incredibly honored to be here today with two exceptional officers and leaders who are here today because of their extraordinary accomplishments and their ability to lead. I'll start first with Lt Col Zabka. Cobra took command of the Nighthawks after being the OSS Director of Operations and the Wing Inspector General during his first assignment to Minot. And it's easy to see he was the right choice to lead the Nighthawks when you go back and look at his career path that got him to this point. Cobra started out in the 20th Bomb Squadron and quickly moved into the Ops Group Standardization and Evaluation Shop, where he was recognized as a hard-charging and motivated officer. This led to probably the best assignment of his career, where he got to go over to the Republic of Korea as a Air Force Air Liaison Officer, and I say the best because I know that's where he met Amber. So after that assignment, it was back to the 20th Bomb Squadron where he completed upgrades to instructor pilot and evaluator pilot, which then made him an easy choice to be the Group Executive Officer. In that role, he earned accolades as a superior officer, warrior, and leader who far surpassed his peers. From there, he was placed into an incredibly important position to lead and train our newest officers just learning to fly the B-52. All of these experiences made him the perfect choice to serve as the aide-de-camp to the 8th Air Force Commander, who recognized Cobra as an outstanding leader on the path for Squadron Command. He had a quick year for some professional military education with the Army and was then assigned to Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado Springs, where he was the trusted advisor to the commander of U.S. Northern Command, working on nuclear plans and communications. From there, he brought his talents and experiences to Minot, culminating as the commander of the 69th Bomb Squadron. And it was an amazing experience having you in command. And so I would like to just go over a few of those accomplishments, talking about all that the Nighthawks accomplished under Cobra's leadership. First, starting off, coming into the command position, he helped to reinvigorate the professionalism and inclusiveness of his team, which played out when they were going through their first nuclear surety staff assistance visit, and their training shop was recognized as setting a benchmark for the command. So that really played out well. The results of this visit, combined with Cobra's Inspector General experience, was essential to the squadron during the wing's very important nuclear surety inspection, which was lauded by the Air Force Global Strike Command Inspector General as the best nuclear surety inspection in the history of the command. So that's very impressive. Achieving these results wasn't easy and took a lot of teamwork to pull off, so great job, Cobra. He then quickly had to prepare the Nighthawks to execute the first Bomber Agile Combat Employment Training event by conducting bomber operations from an austere location where he served as the Bomber Task Force Commander. I know this was a major effort to undertake, not only for the Nighthawks, but for the rest of this wing, and it couldn't have happened without Cobra's direct leadership. That latest experience was vital as Cobra and the Nighthawks deployed on possibly the last continuous bomber presence mission to the Indo-Pacific Command region, where the Nighthawks executed the longest continuous bomber presence mission after having several unexpected deployment extensions. I know this was very challenging for the team in charge in the squadron in dealing with some of those unknowns while also executing a very demanding pace of operations. By the end of the deployment, the Nighthawks had executed 106 higher headquarters directed missions and flew 352 sorties, totaling 2,100 hours. This is incredibly impressive, especially knowing that the Nighthawks were causing many nightmares for our adversaries in the Pacific region. From there, the Nighthawks returned to Minot and quickly embraced the new normal that we have all come to know of having to execute flying operations in the face of the COVID threat. This was not easy, but the squadrons adopted some innovative approaches to getting after the mission while improving readiness. When I reflect on all that the Nighthawks have done, I am simply amazed at their accomplishments, but also reminded of some recent words from the 8th Air Force Commander. Major General Wetherington recently said that commanding at Minot is a beast of a job, and that Minot is the toughest place where an airman can be assigned or an airman can command. Leading takes talent, persistence, guts, and humility. Cobra, thank you for all that you've done for the Nighthawks. Now I'm excited to welcome Lt Col Bryson Bruiser Ayers to the stage. Bruiser, I know you're ready to take command, and I'm very thrilled to have you. Much like Cobra, your record of accomplishment is very impressive. In fact, it seems like you guys have kind of been following each other around in the Air Force because I'm seeing a lot of similarities and overlap. So Bruiser also started out in the 20th Bomb Squadron and was immediately recognized for excellence, with his commanders saying his performance was well above his peers and accelerated. He was quickly sent to upgrade and would earn group level awards with further recognition as a high impact officer. He was crushing the mission from nuclear operations, flag exercises, and dropping weapons to being a strategic planner while continuing to earn accolades from his commander, who called him an impeccable leader. Based on his superior performance, he was pulled into the Operations Group Standardization and Evaluation Shop, where he was recognized as the #1 flight commander in the group. From there, he went to the Air Force Weapons School to earn his patch, and then went to the B-52 Formal Training Unit to also teach our newest officers how to fly the B-52 as the Chief of Weapons and Tactics. And I bet there are probably some Nighthawks out there who received some initial instruction from Bruiser, now flying in this awesome airplane. In those roles, his commanders recognized his talent, calling him a stellar leader, a high-impact weapons officer, and an amazing instructor, tactician, and strategist, while pushing him to attend some advanced professional military education courses. He was then assigned to United States Strategic Command in Omaha, where he was responsible for preparing and transmitting emergency action messages from the President of the United States, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the Commander of United States Strategic Command. His joint leaders said he is charismatic and a tireless leader with superior skills who is outpacing his peers. This recognition made him an easy choice to be the executive officer to then Brigadier General Shaw, who said Bruiser is his #1 major and a phenomenal leader and thinker who is able to see the big picture. Bruiser's achievements enabled him to attend a very selective professional military education program with the Navy and the Navy's follow-on advanced education program at the Maritime Advanced Warfighting School, which I have to say ranks second among advanced schools when compared to SAS. And I understand we have a few SAS graduates here in the audience today, so keep trying. So in this highly competitive academic program, as one of only 6 Air Force officers selected, the school's director said Bruiser is a superior joint officer and is an articulate Air Force champion who is ready for squadron command. After a quick trip through requalification training, Bruiser joined the Barons on his first assignment to Minot and was selected to be the director of operations, where he guided the Barons through no-notice nuclear generations, multiple higher headquarters directed missions, flag exercises, and the busiest continuous bomber presence mission to date, that deployment. So I have now had the pleasure of working with Bruiser the last few months as one of my deputy commanders. And Bruiser, I know that you're ready to take command of the Nighthawks and to continue making nightmares for our adversaries. Bruiser, I look forward to your future successes. My advice to you, Bruiser, is that you continue to be the authentic leader that you are and look to the weapons school motto of humble, approachable, credible, and I know that you do. Squadron command is by far one of the most rewarding jobs, and you will succeed by relying on the people in your squadron and by knocking down challenges with your fellow squadron commanders here within the 5th Bomb Wing. So as you take command of the great squadron that Cobra has left you, I expect you to be bold and courageous and lead your airmen well. With that, let's get this change of command underway. Thank you very much. Nightmares.
Thank you, Colonel Gurecki. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Zabka will receive the Meritorious Service Medal. Please stand for the presentation of the award. Due to current social distancing procedures, his medal is on display on the table to my left. Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Meritorious Service Medal to Lieutenant Colonel Dennis A. Zabka for meritorious service 19 June 2017 to 5 November 2020. Lieutenant Colonel Dennis A. Zabka distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 69th Bomb Squadron, 5th Operations Group, 5th Bomb Wing, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, from 19 June 2017 to 5 November 2020. During this period, Colonel Zabka's leadership led to exceptional levels of nuclear and conventional readiness for the nation's combatant commanders. As Installation Inspector General, he authored the first risk-based inspection strategy, collaborating with 67 Department of Defense agencies on 12 exercises, resulting in the best nuclear surety inspection results in Air Force Global Strike Command history. Colonel Zabka also postured the wing for its first unit effectiveness inspection in 3 years, resulting in more superior performers than deficiencies. Furthermore, as a squadron commander, he led 83 airmen in one of only 4 combat-coded B-52 squadrons and executed a $130 million flying hour program directly contributing to 5th Bomb Wing's United States Strategic Command 2019 Omaha Trophy win for Best Bomber Squadron. Best Bomber Wing. Moreover, Colonel Zabka led in multiple large force exercises, including the 5th Bomb Wing's first Bomber Agile Combat Employment Exercise, proving bomber employment capabilities in austere locations. Finally, he deployed his unit in support of United States Indo-Pacific Command's continuous bomber presence, accomplishing 106 higher headquarters directed missions. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Zabka reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Lt Col Zabka.
All right, what a beautiful day in Minot, North Dakota. As Chaplain Harris used to say, it was one of my favorite quotes he would pop out there, like a turtle on a fence post, I did not get here by myself. So I'd like to thank everybody here that's helped me along the way and virtually. Not too often are you allowed to put your family first, so today I'll do that. So to Amber, Brooke, and Ben, thank you for accompanying me on this part of our Air Force chapter in our lives to North Dakota. It wasn't always easy, especially 10 months of winter by yourself, so thank you for that. It means a lot to me to support my career in this goal of mine, so thank you so much. To all of our leadership here, Colonel and Mrs. Walters, Colonel Vaughn, Chief Weezer, welcome. Chief Swanson, fellow squadron commanders, chiefs, chaplain, thanks for showing your support today. I also like to shout out, thanks to the IG team out there if you're watching. It was wonderful working with you in that small team atmosphere, and I learned a lot of lessons from you all. I'd also like to thank all my family and friends tuning in around the world. It means a lot to me for you guys to be watching today, and obviously you helped me build me to the person I've become today, to do the things that we've done here as a team, the 69th Bomb Squadron. And then finally, just thanks to all my other airmen, mentors, teachers, leaders that again built me up to do the things that we've done here at Minot Air Force Base. It matters, not just us here, but to people all over the world. So thank you. And then finally to the Nighthawks, I've always set high standards for you guys and girls, and you've exceeded every single one of my expectations along the way. And we've met a lot of challenges, whether it was doing a red flag with 2 jets when we should have had 4, or a 10-month deployment that should have been 6, or doing a first-time exercise that nobody's ever done before. We set objectives and we met those objectives every time. It's because of the hard work that you all did that I get to take credit for with medals and accolades. So thank you all. Thank you, Fiddler, for being the MC today. Thanks to Wildcard back there for putting this back together with Protocol and the Protocol team. It all means a lot to me. Thank you very much for making this day special. I'll just say real quickly that, thanks Colonel Gorecki for all the kind words. The legacy that you spoke of is not mine, it's of the Nighthawks. That Bruiser, you will now carry that torch forward and continue to do better things that I've ever done. It's because of the airmen that work for you. You'll give them left and right limits and they will go and execute. Just give them a chance and they'll blow your mind every time. So Nighthawks out there, continue to build on the legacy you've already built. It's amazing. Every time we go in the arc light and I see all the pictures around on the walls of the generations that come before us, it makes my hair stand on end to think that we are part of that long legacy of bomber superiority on the planet, and we get to carry that torch forward for our country. So that's pretty awesome. And the combatant commanders are counting on you. I like to say to the airmen out there that Colonel Gorecki isn't your boss as an airman. When you fly the bomber, or Colonel Walters or Colonel Vaughn, it's the combatant commanders that really need us. They're your ultimate boss out there. And if they need you to be ready every single day, we can't take a break ever. Bombers need to be able to fly, we need to be mission capable every single day. So keep doing what you're doing. Super proud of you all. I'll just like to say finally, it's been an honor to lead this organization. Thank you to all the leaders in my life that have given me this trust and opportunity. Back from Colonel Brooks, who hired me as an IG and then as a 69th Bomb Squadron Commander, General Vanderham for mentoring me back in the day, and Colonel Bataka, who hired me as the OG exec, even though I didn't want to. Learned a lot of good lessons there, and they've carried forward to make me a successful man today, and hopefully continue to do that honor well in the future. It's been an honor to lead the Nighthawks. Once a Nighthawk, always a Nighthawk. And just some parting words for Bruiser. Congratulations. I know you lead them well. I wish I could stick around and work for you a little bit because you're just an awesome guy, and I'm sure you're going to be a great squadron commander. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the official change of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Headquarters, 5th Operations Group, Minot Air Force Base, Special Order Golf Sierra 21-001, dated 5 November 2020. By order of the Commander, Lt Col Dennis Zabka will relinquish command to Lt Col Bryson Ayers, 69th Bomb Squadron, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota, effective 5 November 2020. Signed, Colonel Ryan E. Gorecki. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The Commander, 69th Bomb Squadron, Lt Col Bryson Ayers.
Thank you. Should probably start by saying, hi, Mom. General Shaw, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch this thing on Zoom, and thank you for your continued mentorship. Colonel Walters, Colonel Gorecki, Colonel Blond, thank you for trusting me for this, leading this awesome squadron. I know we're going to make the 5th bomb wing more lethal than it is today. Cobra, I'm absolutely honored to be the next Nighthawk 1. I know you're leaving me a lethal, motivated, and ready group of warriors. Have fun in Korea, and I look forward to hearing about your adventures. Thank you to the innumerable mentors, friends, family, coaches, teachers that helped me get here. There's no way I'd be here without you. Every time, I swear to God. All right. Thank God for his many blessings, especially my amazing family. April, everyone in this room knows I'm a mess without you. So thanks for being awesome. Addison, Eleanor, Natalie, who's licking her shoes, and Samuel. A dad couldn't ask for better kids. Because of you, I am most blessed. The Nighthawks, nightmares. I'm honored to be your next commander. I recently watched a interview of then Secretary of Defense Mattis, and in it, he was asked what keeps him up at night. He said, nothing. I keep other people up at night. This attitude is perfect for the Nighthawks because from the beginning of our history, we have been keeping people awake with fear or giving them a final and violent sleep. We're going to continue that tradition.
At this time, we would like to present gifts to Mrs. Amber Zabka and the heirs. However, due to current social distancing procedures, we place the gifts at your seats. Miss Amber, please accept this gift as a small token of our appreciation for your friendship and support over the last 3 years. You will be missed. Additionally, we would like to welcome Mrs. April Ayers and their children, Addison, Eleanor, Natalie, and Samuel, to the 69th Bomb Squadron. Welcome to the Nighthawk family. We look forward to meeting you. In keeping with Air Force tradition, we will conclude today's ceremony with the playing of the Air Force song. While it is customary for Air Force members to stand at the position of attention, we invite all of our guests to join us in standing for the Air Force and the party, as well as special and distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending.